Everyone, and welcome to Rapid Pixel Racing GP2, round 4 tonight, and we are at Imola. I am joined again by my co-commentator, DXT James Al, or Taito Nathan, on his Twitch stream.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, Imola, round 4. This should be interesting.
Yes, it should. I've just done Imola for TTFL.
Oh.
Still don't know any. I only know one corner name. I'm really slacking there.
Baracello chicane by any chance?
No, it's Aqua Minerale.
Right, so as we get underway for Q1, Rob here will just go through the standings real quick.
Yes, as soon as I can find them. No, that's
Oh my
results.
god, Rob.
Oh no, I'm poor. So, our drivers' standings as they stand. Johnny Stokes is currently in front on 69 points. DXT Moyland is on second on 66 points. No, that's VP1, you muppet. Don't.
Right, somebody needs sacking.
Right, let's start that again. So, Johnny Stokes is in first on 68 points, not 69. Moyland is in second on 51 points. I. Lewis is in third on 39 points, tied with Frenzy. Lister is in fifth on 38. DXT Lulu is in sixth on 23. Wumax in seventh on 22. Hobo in eighth on 10. Decky in ninth on 8. Scarito, Zodak, Vader, Hepburn, Matty, all tied in 10th on 6 points. Island Boy or Kyle Gill in 15th on 5. Flea, Mrs. Carl, Fleet and Mrs. Carl on 1 point in 16th, and Rocketman, Cons, and Pint Size Geezer in 18th on 0 points. Your constructors' standings: Aston Martin of Johnny Stokes and DXT Lulu are in first on 91 points. The Red Bull pairing of Lister and Lewis are in second on 77. Alpine are now in third on 63 with DXT Vader and Moyland. Mercedes in fourth on 50. McLaren in fifth, tied with Alfa Romeo, both on 22. Haas in seventh. Ferrari in 8th, AlphaTauri in 9th, and Williams are in 10th. Get some detail up. Thank you, Mrs. Moreland. It's dry quali and a dry race. Who have we got on track? Island Boy and Hepburn. Hepburn had some great pace earlier tonight in qualifying for TTFL. So we're expecting to see a decent performance from him tonight. Does Sector 2 with a 51.5. Red Bull keeping out of the way there. It's down the hill. Well, to the final two left-handers. Oh, I'm starting to lose my voice. Comes out the final corner. Up to the start-finish. 17.4 to open up the times. Go back to Island Boy, who's coming round the final corners now. Does an 18.5 to go into second. Rocketman loses it coming round turn 2, but keeps out of the way of everyone else who was coming through there. Speed is slowing down to let people through. So Lister crosses the line on a 17.1 to put him on provisional pole for Q1.
I've been on mute this entire time.
Yes, you have. I was going to say you've been very quiet. I thought you'd wandered off.
Talking to myself, ladies and gentlemen, just talking to myself.
And I introduced you and everything this week.
I know, I was on mute 'cause I was doing something and I completely forgot. I'm sorry. Don't fire me.
You weren't even posting your link to the stream.
Well, I thought you'd do it this week, because since I did it, you did yours last week.
I'll need to
obviously, somebody can't do.
I can't multitask. Get your stream up as well.
Right, anyway, who is on a fast lap? So it's Rocket Man on the final corner. Get that sorted. Oh, he's in the pits. Ooh, that's interesting. Hans is retired. Friends is retired. Don't know the reason why behind that. Just don't know anymore. We've got yellow flags in the first sector. And AlphaTauri letting people through. Currently on board with Giza. Who's this?
He's a new reserve.
New reserve. So let's see what his first banker lap can do. Let's see if it impresses.
Lewis MW's gone up to second on the 17.2.
Mrs. Carl on a 1:18.3 P4 at the minute. So this is a 1:18.4 which pushes Mrs. Carl down. And then Moylan comes in on a 1:16.5. Moylan's not messing about today, ladies and gentlemen.
No, he's got a full-time seat now, so he's putting in proper effort. No more of this not qualifying to start at the back.
Also, we got on a outlap. Flea jumps on a 1:19.1. I'll be on board with Johnny Stokes for his first banker lap. We'll just sit and admire this from my point of view.
I'm going to do the same. I was literally just about to say Johnny Stokes is coming round to start his lap.
Two nicely, turns three, short shifts, powers through the gears now. Rising isn't downshift to fourth there. Got a purple sector one. Climbed up the hill. Sorry, how was you on?
Oh, I've been doing that a lot tonight. I blame the heat.
Now I blame the unforeseen wake-up call at 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Or some clever sod decides to slash my tyres in.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yep.
Just what you need on a Friday morning.
Oh yeah, 140 quid down as well. I know that's for a different stream, so Johnny Stokes is coming back on the final home straight. He sets a 1:16.7, that final sector lets him down. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, I'd expect to see that hitting the one. Johnny and Moylan to hit the 115s before the end of Q3.
Oh yeah, 100%. But currently on board with EXT Vader. Needs to get out of this yawning. But yeah, 19 other cars got slashed.
Oh, so it was someone doing half the
A rampager camp. So, DXT Vader's coming up to the end of Sector 1. Let's see what his split time will be. Or 25.2. It's average. This is his first run. And then McLaren just parks himself on the racing line. DXT Lulu has retired. He thinks he's done enough.
Who's he got still to go out? So Scotty can.
We have Craig, Rocketman, Scotty, Demon, Becky, and Womack. He could potentially go out here.
Yeah, he's not as safe as he thinks.
Everyone will improve. So Craig there sets a 118.2, puts in P8. Speedy with a 144. Clearly he did something wrong there.
I think Speedy's been having a bit of trouble finding space. He seems to have done a few slow laps, having to let people through. He's definitely got more pace in him than that. And does a 117.5, take him up into 7th. Lister's on another lap. Down the hill into Aqua Minerale. Let's get a good exit. Oh, it's 4 seconds off his best time.
Who was that, sorry?
That's Lister. Looks to be... Oh, he's on low fuel mode.
A UK Demon, I'm presuming this is a new reserve.
He's one of the GP3 lads.
Oh, he's being promoted. He has been promoted to GP2 with less assists, what he's used to.
I thought GP3 ran the same assists as 2.
I'm not sure, I don't race in any of them.
I'm fairly sure GP3 and GP2 run the same assists.
I just try and commentate on GP2. Even though I was so tempted to ask you for a seat tonight.
I've been asked for seats by about 12 people tonight since attendance closed.
The UK Demon now on the final home straight. DRS wide open and a 189 in B13.
Decky's on and out.
Since Cons and Frenzy will not be setting the time, there will be 2 spaces remaining for the drop-off. Makes it very, very interesting. We'll be on board for Decky's half of the outlap and stay on board with the entire bunker lap. Ah, come on, James, wakey.
I was trying to get back to pick up the comms for GP3 last week, but traffic was against me. Someone decided it was a good weekend to put the MotoGP on at Silverstone.
Right, so Decky now is on his flying lap on the run down to turn 1. Takes quite nicely there, turns 2 and now 3. 4, 5, that's done. Purple sector 1. On the run, exit at turn 6. On the run up now to turn 7 and 8. Now on the downhill to turns 9 and 10. Difficult braking zone for turn 10 and 11. Hard braking for the chicanes 12 and 13.
Purple sector 2.
Now on the run down turns 4. That's classed as a turn 14. On the run down now to turn 15. Penultimate corner. Final corner, turn 16. And it's a sprint to the line. What time will he be getting? 1:18.2. So the final sector of Decky lets him down. But Moyland is also retired. We all know he's done that.
Womack is on his way out the pits.
Island Boy is on his second flying lap now. Runs straight across the chicane. Interesting line.
Was he trying to avoid Decky? Because Decky was stationary on track at the exit of the chicane. But then no, he wouldn't have gone that line to avoid him that early. He's bailed on that lap. Flees on an out lap.
Womack is currently on an out lap as well, so I'll stay on board with Womack.
Go on board with Flea. Sort of improvement we can see from Flea. He's going to struggle to improve with that exit from the final corner. Scotty's not left the pit, so he won't be able to set a lap. So he'll definitely be out at the end of this session.
Womack has been down towards turn 10. No, 9 and 10, sorry.
So Flea's 7 tenths up through sector 2. He's going to put him on 18.4. I think he's going to dump
down to the final penultimate corner.
Gets a better exit.
Is the final rundown. Let's see if he can make it.
18.2 for Flea.
An 18.4 for Womack. He's on the verge of getting knocked out. Oh, he's safe.
UK Demon's on a lap and is currently 3 tenths up through sector 1. It puts him on an 18.6. Coming to the end of sector 2 is best part of 8 tenths up to an 18.1. That's going to knock Womack out if he can keep it clean through the final sector. Coming down to the final 2 corners now. Clean exit out of 16. Straight run for the line, taking the shortest possible line. There's an 18.3, so he lost a couple of tenths in the final sector, but he's done enough to knock Womack out. This car is on a lap, but that's been invalidated, so it comes into the pits.
some reason, were you spectating Demon then?
Yes.
For me, he's just coming to the final corner.
That's Wumax whose AI's just crossed the line on mine. Demon's just in the middle of Sector 2 on my map.
EA games, classic. That's all I'm saying. FIFA 23, bullshit.
Well, in TTFL, do you remember GP2 last season, the last game at Imola, Mrs. Carl had the problem of being dragged along the pit wall by the AI?
No.
Yeah, went into the pits, did a pit stop, came out the box, and the AI just drove and held fully left.
Anyway, so Moyland is the Q1 winner. And we will say goodbye to Frenzy Scotty H. Now that's worrying. Unless he's got a quali ban.
He hasn't got a quali ban.
UT, Cons and Wumax we will say goodbye to in Q1.
He didn't come out and set a lap at all.
It's probably settling kids down, I reckon.
Making a cup of tea. Get the views up. Copy URL. Two seconds. Let's just see. So here we go then for Q2. We've got an Aston heading out onto track. And why have I lost all audio? Yeah, that's good. I've got that audio back.
So Lulu spins it on turns 3.
Damn it, I missed it.
So Lulu will be the first one to set a trap, unless Island Boy or Rocket Man just behind it. No, whoever it is backing off slightly, so Lulu will be the benchmark for this Q2 first run. Here we go on the rundowns to turn 1. The McLaren might be getting a little toe off him. Navigates turns 1 and 2 beautifully. Also turn 3. Turns 4. Turns 5. Doesn't invalidate. Nicely done there. On the run up now to turn 7. I really need to go that beautifully. On the run downs to turn 9. Braking for turn 10. Up the hill now for turn 11. And the McLaren has lost it. Right behind Lulu right there, but we'll stay on board with Lulu. As Rob seems to have disappeared.
Sorry, I'm trying to sort bits out through Discord. It's all going a bit mad.
So the benchmark is a 118 dead. So Johnny Stokes is in the pits. Moyland with a 116.2. Alright, Moyland, calm down, big lad. Rocketman with a 118.9. Lister with a 117.6. Hepburn with a 117.4.
Vader coming into the final sector now on the run down the hill. Did see a flash of purple on his sector 2. Didn't see what the split was though. Probably help if I turn the lap data on. So out the final corner, run up to the line, crosses the line on an 18.09.
Very nicely done there. Geezer with a 118.1. UK Demon, what's he saying? A 123.3. That's not the fastest we've seen him do today.
Decky with the 24.8 through sector 1.
Climbing up the hill now. Purple sector 2. Let's see if he can do that to the third sector now. On the run down to the penultimate corner, down the hill. Takes that nicely. Ease onto the power. Now full throttle, down to the line. Shortest way to the line possible. 117.6, and that puts Decky P4.
Good effort from Decky there.
Lewis MW now is on his outlap, so we will stay on board with him. Love my stick drift because it's just turning right, left all the time.
I think, yes, I'm just looking at your stream now, I'll see what you mean. That's got to be annoying.
Oh, it is, especially when I was racing earlier for the British Army.
You weren't on your wheel?
No. Well, even if I was on the wheel, I'd still get that stick drift on pad anyway.
Just don't turn the pad on.
Yeah, well, I did, didn't I?
So,
Lewis MW does not invalidate there, which is very inconsistent. Does he invalidate this? No. EA?
sorted out. A 51.4 through sector 2, showing the
Nicely
purple.
done. Nicely done through that chicane there. Up to the final corner now. Power early. Let's go. Blows it to the line. 117.0. It's in P2. Johnny Stokes now on his flying lap. Purple sector 1.
Got a nice clear track in front of him, no one to get in his way.
Beautiful conditions here today in Italy. to the penultimate corner, brakes nice and early, misses the apex just a tad, flips that apex beautifully. 1:16.3 and puts him P2.
Certainly got a battle on for pole here. Is that Lulu coming out of the pits behind?
Currently on board with Mrs. Carl now. Coming up to the penultimate corner.
Go on board with their teammate Fleet.
On the rundown, where does she come? 1:17.8, and that puts a P8.
Lee does an 18.4.
Puts him 12. I'd say 17.7 would be safe. Everyone here can improve massively. So currently, we would be saying goodbye to Geezer, Flea, Rocketman, Speedy, and Island Boy. Five minutes remaining of the session.
Can go on board with Lulu as he comes round to. Oh no, he's on the penultimate corner to start his second flying lap of the session. See if he can improve on that 18 dead.
Oh, Rocketman spins it on turns 2, sorry. I was currently doing something else while that was happening. I just caught the back end of that.
Didn't look to affect Lewis as he went through. He's 6,000ths up on his time through sector 1. Well, Lewis, you need to push a bit more. Into the final chicane, gets the apex but doesn't clip those curbs as much as some of the other drivers. Completely missed his split in sector 2. Up to the line now, he does improve to a 17.1, which takes him up into 4th place. He'll be happy with that. So jumping on board with Vader.
Already on board.
Oh, invalidates it through Aqua Minerale. He's got cars behind him. Decky on an outlet.
You need to get in and out as soon as possible. Can't be dawdling, you've got to push. This car invalidates as well, so she doesn't have enough fuel either.
Speedy's the only one on a lap at the minute, just coming around the final corner now. I'm going to say this is going to be a 17.8. Ooh, miles off. 18.9.
Don't know where you were looking there.
So I don't think Speedy's going to have. He's invalidated this lap as well, so he's not going to have time to get round and get another lap in. Got yellow flags all over the place, so Vader's pushing again, but he's going to find himself running out of ERS before the end of the lap. He's 700ths down on his current best time. You've got Geezer, Flea and Rocket Man all on outlaps.
Will they make it though? That's the worrying part.
Vader's pitting. They're all in the second and third sector, so I think they should all easily make it round for another lap. Flea is the first one across, as Decky is on a flying lap as well by the looks of it.
UK Demon thinks he's done enough there on 1:17.5. Hepburn's gone out as well.
Through sector 1, Flea does a 25.0, so it's 500ths up. It needs to find, I'd say, at least half a second to put himself somewhere near safe. How that didn't invalidate through Minerale, I'll never know. So with half a second up in sector 2, can he keep it together through the final sector? Look tidy through the chicane, coming down the hill now to the penultimate corner, wide of the apex, gets the second apex, run to the line, and crosses the line with a 17.8 to put him into 10th, which knocks Vader out. Rocket Man will be the next across the line, currently on an 18.9. Around the final corner, there's a little bit of oversteer, but manages to keep it under control.
1:18.3, that's not enough. So Geezer, you do need to improve by 3/10 here.
17.7.
I think he's managed it. He has. E9.
So that's knocked Flea out.
So Moyland again, the fastest in Q2. Island Boy sets no time. Speedy, Rocketman, DXC, Vader, and Flea all eliminated. Some shock. I'm quite shocked at that, especially from Speedy and Craig as well.
Yeah, I'd have expected Speedy to have had a...
And Island Boy, I don't know why, I think he might have crashed out. Very interesting around him, huh?
Yes, I think quite a few people don't like the track. Just don't gel with it.
I don't, but I was actually feeling it on Monday. Island Boy there saying he crashed.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Well, Kyle, you're better than this. You know this. Get your shit together. So who will be the first out in Q3? This is where the top 10 fight it out for the pole position. Pole prediction then. Who are we saying? Or is that obvious?
I think that's obvious. I'm going to go with ignoring pole.
It's definitely Lulu on pole.
I'd like to see him get pole. It would be Although it would be unbearable in the cut afterwards.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Gets pole, spins it lap 1, and then blames everyone else.
Lulu is first out on track again, probably followed by Moyland. Yes, he is.
Well, Moylan gets the pass done. He doesn't want to be held up for his outlap. Or he's playing tactics and he's been listening and he wants to be in front to give him turbulent air so he can't get that pole position.
Yeah, that's the tactic of Moyland, you dirty dog. You dirty, dirty dog. As we are going on board with Moyland on his outlap.
Lewis, you need to back up a bit or you are gonna... I know he's going for the toe down the start-finish straight, but he's going to end up screwing himself through the rest of the lap.
So, on the flying lap here with Moylan. DRS now wide open. Lewis is getting a nice little toe down the straight. But Moylan does carry a lot more speed through turn 2 and 3. Same with 4 and 5.
24.5. 24.7 for Lulu through sector 1.
Up the hill now. On the left hander coming back down the hill. This is like roller. This is like Portimao.
Up and down. I like this track.
Have they added Portimao yet?
Yes, it was in update 107. So 50.6 for Moyland and a 51.4 for Lewis through sector 2. Round the final corner now for Moyland. Keeps it tight to the pit wall.
116.2, 117.1 for Lewis. That is actually an incredible time for Lewis, to be fair. Hepburn on a 117.6.
16.5 from Lister.
Do have a spinner on the entrance to turn 3.
There you have two.
Lewis.
That was Lewis, and then the Alpha Tauri of Hepburn came round and lost the back end.
It's all kicking off now. It's all kicking off, John.
Johnny Stokes on a 15.9 to take provisional pole.
Lewis coming up to turns 10 now. Climbs up the hill. This chicane, I really can't hit properly. Going up that hill.
Yeah, it's awkward. If you take too much curb, you fly and just run wide for the second part. But if you don't take enough curb, you lose so much time.
Yeah. So then Lewis does a 143.2. Clearly he had a spin out. Becky's on his outlap, so we will stay on board with him.
Following Lewis has a better invalidates coming out of turn 3. Has he got fuel for another run? No, he's not. He was pushing it for fuel for that run. So he's going to have...
Johnny Stokes with a 115.9 puts in provisional pole. Where did that come from?
About 2 minutes ago when I said it.
Alright, sorry, I'm in a mind of my own here.
You even comment... sorry, you said
I don't
about it
even
all
know what
kicking
I'm
off.
watching, mate. I don't know what I'm watching, mate. I've got stuff going in background. I've got all sorts. Makes it worse. I'm tired.
It's hot. Yeah.
Hot, humid, and I've got a 90-degree PC right back next.
My laptop's actually not kicking out a lot. The PS5's, you might as well just get
Yeah, but
some.
Rob, there's a massive difference between a portable PC and a desktop PC right next to it.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
Like, I'll send you something and I'll show you how close it fucking is. Decky's on the rundown to the penultimate corner now. Final corner for Decky. Yeah, that's how close my PC is.
Oh, okay, I'll let you have that one.
So Decky goes P4 with a 116.9.
Nice looking PC build.
I know, man. Should be for fucking $3.5 grand. Moylan now is on his second out lap. No, second fast lap, should I say, sorry. How fast is he up? He's up by 1/10 on his first sector. Purple sector 1 as well. So that's currently putting him on a 116.1. Can he improve the second sector? Oh, takes turns 9 and 10 beautifully. Climbs up the hill. Up by 4/10 in sector 2.
That's putting him on a 15.8.
That's it now. Gloves are off now for Moyland. Is he invalidating? No, he's not invalidating.
It seems if you run wide and keep it
Stay
wide.
115.4, up by 8/10. Well done, Moyland. Sorry, did that slip out?
Lister's well down on his current lap. That's a different line, Lister.
A lot of traffic there on turn 6.
Bypassing the chicane.
Hepburn's got no front wing. Lewis is on the outlap. Geezer is also on an outlap. Mrs. Carl's on an outlap. Traffic everywhere. It'll be a 2020 Monza this. We're in the same country. I'll stay on board now with Mrs. Carl. Love the stick drift of the controller. She's letting people go, I think.
I'm on board with Geezer as he comes to start his first time lap in Q3.
Come on, Mrs. Cole, let's get up there. Let's make Mr. Cole give you a treat. As you give Mr. Cole for giving treats for finishing in the points.
In CP1, how about you missed the race? Did you watch any of the stream back of it?
Not as yet.
Well, Carl was in the chat saying that Mrs. Cole did get a treat because she got P2 in TTFL last week.
Oh no, it doesn't count. It's got to be RPR. Obo already said it's got to count in RPR.
be fair, they're married. Cole was probably just grateful to be able to give a treat.
The treat there was breakfast in bed. Well, Moylan thinks he's done enough there.
Geezer out the final corner, run to the line, and does a 17.9 to take him into 8th. Lewis is just coming round.
Carl does a 1:17.2. She goes P6.
Lewis goes P3 with a 16.1.
Johnny has got a purple sector 1 though.
He's 10th up through sector 1. Needs to find a bit through the middle sector here. 3/10. It's gonna be tight. And is invalidated.
Backed off. Oh no.
Took too much at the chicane and hasn't got time to start another lap.
4, 3, 2.
He's in the pit.
It's all down to Lewis and Lister now. Should try and steal that pole position off Moyland.
Lewis is up on his time. Does improve up to 5th with a 16.777. As the Alfa Romeo gets out of the way of Lister on his flying lap. But Lister's 6/10 up and takes that dodgy line.
Lewis is already on a 1:21, so Lewis is currently in P3. Lister's invalidated.
Yeah, he cut
the
final
up to Decky.
chicane.
Can he pull off some heroics here in the final lap?
He's a 10th up in sector 2. Sorry, 10th down.
Come on, Decky, power, power. Makes the engine scream in 7th gear there. Perfect shifting.
16.9 by the looks of that.
Decky's still P6. So, your pole position for Imola today is none other than DXT Moyland. On the front row of the grid with him is Johnny Stokes. Second row of the grid is the Red Bull pairing of Lewis and Lister. Third row of the grid is the other Aston Martin of Lulu and the Ferrari of Decky. Fourth row of the grid is the Williams of Mrs. Carl and the Alpha Tauri of Hepburn. Fifth row of the grid is the other Ferrari of Geezer and the Alfa Romeo of UK Demon. Well, that is a very interesting Q3, I'd say.
Yes, it's going to be interesting.
Apart from the obvious.
It's going to be interesting to see what tyre straps people go for.
If I were racing, I'd be Paul. Just. I'd happily take a quali ban next race to crash out Johnny and.
Just take them out.
Just take everybody out. I'll take the quali ban for next race. Nah, I don't really do that, people. I'm a fair, clean driver. Probably the cleanest in league, to be fair. With a bit of pace.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And I even report incidents that I do myself.
So everyone will be setting their tyre strategies and fuel loads for the race, and then it's broadcast formation lap again.
Ah, the old broadcast formation. Right, Crofty, take it away.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as
So alternate tyre strategies for Moyland and Johnny Stokes. Red Bulls and Lulu are all on the mediums. Hards for Decky and Mrs. Carl. Hepburn's gone for soft. And then it's disappeared.
Geezer, UK Demon and Flea are on the mediums. Craig is on the hards. Rocketman's on the mediums with Speedy and Island Boy as well. Umax is on the hards. Fonz is on the medium. Scotty and Frenzy are on the hards, and Hobo is on the mediums. See, it's amazing because I can pause your stream.
I forgot about doing that.
See, just not thinking ahead. Right, we are waiting for the lights. 5 lights, and away we go here around Imola in Rapid Pixel Racing GP2. Lewis gets a blister start.
Oh, Lewis has done Moyland as well before turn 1.
Oh, there's contact there between Moyland and Lewis. Oh dear. That gives Lister the lead. Johnny second, Lulu third, Hepburn fourth, Mrs. Carl fifth, Moyland in 6th, Decky 7th, Flea 8th. Oh, there's a spinner. Oh, careful.
Oh, carnage Jesus. In the background.
Carnage there. Decky and Flea are out of this race.
We've got
that
our
should
first
be a safety car.
Safety car.
Safety car. Fucking safety car. Red flag, that should be a red flag.
Moyland
so
all
Decky
the way
and
down.
Flea are out of this race very early on. Very disappointed.
I'd love to see what caused that. I'm going to scroll back on my screen.
I believe someone got a little tail happy and just lost the back end. So I caught some of that.
So it looked like someone got wide. What's that round?
Looks like a Mercedes and Ferrari all in the pits. So Moyland, Rocketman, Frenzy, Geezer, UK Demon and Hepburn are all in the pits.
I think Moyland was the trigger there. It looks like he spun it coming out of the hairpin.
It just gets a little trigger happy. A lifeline for Moyland, I repeat, lifeline for Moyland. Currently sitting in 18th place. First to last, we don't like to see it, but we love to see it at the same time.
Now just got to remember he's on colder hard tyres.
You can't go to the end unless your tyres are screaming. So you might be pitting again.
He will be able to put back on that set of mediums. Possibly push the hards really deep and chuck on a set of softs at the end.
Hope for a safety car.
Hope for a late safety car called at the right time.
Come on Moyland, waiting on you here, speed it up.
So as it stands, Lister has gained 3 places from the start. Johnny Stokes has stayed in second. DXT Lulu has gained 2 and is sitting in third. Mrs. Carl has gained 3 and is in fourth. Speedy has gained 9 and is currently in fifth. Vader's up 6 into 6th. Hobo's up 13 places into 7th.
Great start Hobo, love to see it.
Cons and Scotty have both gained 9 places.
Love that from the Hassels.
Lewis MW And we know had that spin out of turn 3.
Someone 5 seconds.
I don't know, it needs to see drivers' POVs on that one.
I was on Moylan's POV. We'll keep that hush hush.
I'll have to watch your stream back. Womax has gained 5 up into 11th, and then Hepburn's down 4, UK Demons down 3, Keezer Geezer's down 5, Rocketman's down 2, Moylan's dropped 15, is now sitting in 16th. I'm assuming Island Boy and Frenzy have both pitted under safety car.
Yes, because it's glitching out. Typical EA. Can't make a football game right, and they definitely can't get a racing game right.
A safety car in this lap. So UK Demon and Rocketman have both fitted a set of soft tyres.
So I'll go on board with Johnny. Let's see how Lister takes this restart. Johnny is doing the old Kimi Räikkönen approach. I am not warming in my tyres, I am waiting.
And Lister's gone now.
And he hasn't caught Johnny out.
But Mrs. Cole's
caught Lewis. Oh! And he's under threat from Speedy. I think he's been shunted there. Someone's been shunted on Alpine.
Oh! Multiple contacts there out of turn 3.
Careful! Speedy!
Lewis has got no front wing.
Cons is down to 17th. Has he had a spin? Or has he just ran a little bit wide? But Moyland is back up to 9th place here.
Hobo's got Lewis.
Oh, and Lewis has nearly got Mrs. Carl. He's right up a gearbox. Goes on the inside.
Gets the move done before the chicane. This is Carl under pressure now from Scotty. I get a feeling Mrs. Cole might have rear floor damage after the amount of contact. I had to think about how to word that.
Oh, Hobo spun it. Oh, Lulu is in the pits, probably potentially for a new wing.
That's allowed Lewis MW to regain 3rd place. Mrs. Cole still hanging on in 4th.
Hepburn now is getting attacked by Moyland. Moyland's on the inside. Oh, he thinks better of it. Oh, he's on the outside. He gets a better traction. And there's Vader with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Moyland gets the better traction here, but he's still on the outside. He thinks better of it on that time around. Very hard to pass on this track, especially in sectors 2 and 3. Hepburn is on the back of Scotty. He's on the inside for the second chicane that compromises the exit, and Moyland just manages to avoid that. Rocketman and Frenzy. Frenzy gets that undone. DRS is finally enabled.
Johnny Stokes up the inside of Lister, down the start-finish straight into turn 1. Lister hangs it round the outside on those medium tyres, gets the better traction.
As that's happened, Island Boy has overtook Craig on the start-finish straight, and he's currently up into 11th place. Moyland is right up the back of Hepburn. He just can't seem to get past.
Has he got it? I think he's just got it done. Yes, he has.
Got it done on the up the hill there. Brilliant move from Moyland. Showing some absolute class now, up to 6. And that terrible spin on lap 1. We've got Rocket Man on the back of Craig. I believe Craig's got some potential floor damage. He seems to be dropping back off the pace.
Battle out in front between Lister and Johnny Stokes has allowed Lewis MW to close up into the back of him. He's now in the DRS train.
We'll keep an eye on that. Moyland is on the back of Scotty.
Johnny Stokes
outside.
Has got the move done on Lister into turn 1.
Scotty does miss his call on the inside of turns 1, but she's going to get compromised. No, she isn't. She defends well from Moyland. Former teammates here battling it out.
Husband and wife.
Like I said, former teammates. Oh, but Moyland gets the better traction there. He's on the inside going up the hill, but he thinks better of it. Backs off, but he gets a better exit. Moyland seems to be getting all the fame so far, but this is the closest battles we have on track. As Frenzy take Kyle, Island Boy has spun, I believe. Yes, he has. He span it on just coming up the hill. That's a shame. He was doing so well.
Johnny Stokes has opened his gap in front over a second now, but I think Lister will get the DRS this lap.
As we jump back on board with Moyland here, Mrs. Carl is currently a sitting duck. She's on the inside for turns 1.
She's going to lose out to Hepburn as well.
No, she defends it brilliantly. Outstanding. Demon is on the back of Hepburn. Thinks better of it coming into the chicane. Hepburn is on the outside of Mrs. Carl. Mrs. Carl tries to squeeze the gap. Hepburn has managed to get past on the outside, but Mrs. Carl on the inside, late braking.
But Hepburn powers it round the outside to get the move done.
Mrs. Carl is well out of ERS now. Charge your ERS, Mrs. Carl. Just charge it for a few laps.
So Johnny Stokes has broken the DRS.
Geezer now is on the back of Woomax, and this will be a potential battle for 8th as Woomax is on the back of UK Demon. Bubba has retired from the session, and that I believe is a safety car.
Get on board the Speedy to see
who's managed to get into the pits, or is everyone staying out? UK Demon's in the pits. What is he? That's actually quite a good call because he was on the softs. Puts on a set of hards and away he goes. And that will put him into 14th place.
The safety car's a little early for the 2 still on mediums to come in. I think the halves would get to the end from here, but it wouldn't be pretty towards the end of the race.
They could, but they would be screaming towards the end. That's what I'd think. What's that? 21 laps? 22 laps? No, 23 laps, sorry.
23 laps. In Monday's GP1, I pushed them to 22 laps from the start.
So Lister goes in.
Johnny Stokes.
Johnny goes in. Lewis goes in. Lister stays out. Inherits P1.
I'm surprised Johnny Stokes has pitted.
He's fitted for a set of medium tyres. So Moyland now is in second place.
And he's out in front. Lewis has dumped Johnny in the pit stop as well.
Oh, interesting.
What happened then, Hobo?
I will be off comms till the safety car comes in because my headset is about to die. I will be back on when the safety car comes in.
Wicked. I'll speak to you in a minute. So run you through how things are standing at the moment whilst we're on safety car number 2. Lister is currently in the lead. Moyland is back up into second place after having a disastrous opening lap. Hepburn is in third, Mrs. Carl in fourth, Womack's in fifth, Giza in sixth, Vader in seventh, Island Boy in eighth, Lewis MW in ninth, Johnny Stokes in 10th, Scotty in 11th, UK Demon in 12th, Rocketman in 13th, Frenzy in 14th, Lulu is down in 15th, Speedy in 16th, and Cons in 17th. Unfortunately, we've lost Hobo, Decky, and Flea. You did have a cracking start, Hobo. We saw how well up. I'm assuming you avoided all the carnage that was turn 1 and just drove a nice clean opening lap. So we've got Frenzy into the pits. And he is taking his softs off and fitting a set of hard tyres. The safety car is just coming to the end of sector 1. Still a bit of field spread, so I don't think it'll be in this lap, but who knows with Codemasters. Coming down to the start of sector 3 now. Do we have any message yet? The light's still flashing, so it's either going to be a very late call or we're staying out for another lap. It's a late call, safety car in this lap. It doesn't give them time to back that pack up at all. Lister now gets to lead away, another safety car restart.
I told you I'm back. And he's gone. He doesn't catch Moyland down, doesn't catch Hepburn out. Mrs. Carl is caught out a little bit, but Womack's got caught out massively.
Island Boy's got past Vader on the restart.
Hepburn span it. Hepburn has span on the exit of turn 2. That puts him in 17th. Johnny Stokes has got past Craig. Lewis has got past Rocketman. He's coming in 12th. Giza now. He's in 5th. This is a great mid-race from him.
Mrs. Carl's holding on to the back of Moyland, not being dropped drastically. Managing to keep a decent gap.
Lewis is right on behind of Island Boy. Johnny's right behind Lewis.
So Johnny on the mediums should have better traction out of the final corner.
Boy, all the ERS now. Lewis has got past Island Boy. Johnny has got past Island Boy. Scotty is a bit further back.
Moylan's got past Lister.
Lewis and Craig now battling for 11th place. Frenzy is battling for 14th. Scotty is on the back of Island Boy. Island Boy seems to have been losing pace. He just doesn't seem to have the confidence on those hards. Johnny's on the back of Lewis. You get a good exit there.
Scotty's done,
past.
Island Boy.
But Island Boy just doesn't have the confidence in the car at the moment in time. Oh, Lulu has spun. Potential rear wing damage as well. Frenzy is on the back of Rocket Man. That allows Speedy to catch up as well, so we'll stay on board with Speedy after this.
Johnny Stokes and Lewis trying to get past Geezer. Lewis has got it done, and so has Johnny.
Just got the tail end of that, and he's compromised to Scotty. He's on the inside. Great move from Scotty.
Following his GP1 teammate through there.
The closest battle so far is Johnny Stokes with Lewis NW for 5th place. And it is Frenzy and Rocket Man for 12th place.
And then Womax and Mrs. Carl.
Hepburn and Lulu for 15th. Craig has lost a position, he's now in for 12th place. Lou, slight tail happy there. Gets a bad exit and allows Frenzy to sneak up on the inside. He's dropped to 13th. Johnny's got the DRS. Lewis doesn't. So is he going to be a sitting duck? No, he doesn't have the pace. Rocketman's dropped from Frenzy. He's now in 12th. Kyle is on the back of UK Demon for 9th.
Moylan's opened up a 2.5 second gap out in front now.
Yeah, nobody cares. Lewis now is on the back. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It just slipped out. Lewis is on the back of Womax. And this is a battle for 4th place, 3rd place here. Rolling the DRS though of Mrs. Carl. She runs wide on the exit.
Johnny Stokes looked to have a better exit there, but Lewis held a good line, so Johnny became compromised getting on the power. Can he get a better exit?
We have a spinner, and that is Lulu. Surprise there. But this battle now for 3rd place is really heating up. Halfway through the Imola GP2 of Rapid Pixel Racing Grand Prix.
Lewis is right on the gearbox of Womax. This is keeping Johnny Stokes right on his gearbox as well.
Rocketman has spun it on the exit of, entrance to turn 3. He's on the power, my friend. He's on the power. let them tyres cool down.
You need to run a couple of corners at a slightly slower pace to let your tyres recover a bit, so you don't end up spinning out again as it goes round. Steady on the power, Rocket Man. So Lister's opened up a healthy gap to Mrs. Carl in third. Mrs. Carl's got Woomax, Lewis MW, Johnny Stokes and Scotty all in a DRS train behind her.
So she will be a sitting duck. Let's just go on board with Johnny. He's got an excellent pace here. Gets past Lewis. Thinks better of it of Woomax. Everyone seems to be low on DRS in front of Johnny, so that is a massive gold dollar sign in his eyes right now, knowing that there's no defensive power.
Lewis behind's really low on ERS as well, and then you've got Scotty, who's mid-40s, so Scotty's healthy on his ERS. Is he going to try and put an attack in?
Has opened a 3.2 second gap. Let's give him some screen time.
There you go, long enough. Has he spun yet?
No.
Is that Lulu round again? Lulu round again, and he's trying to
This battle
get it
for
back
third
round.
consists of Mrs. Carl, Woomax, Johnny Stokes, Lewis, MW, Scotty. If these keep battling, it will be a 6-car battle with Pintside, Geezer, and UK Demon. And Johnny has been released from
Woomax and Mrs. Carl. He's done them both. Woomax has done Mrs. Carl.
She was quite compromised there. We'll go on board now with Frenzy, who's on the outside of Geezer. Doesn't make it stick. He gets a better exit. Thinks better of it in the chicane. And Lulu has retired. What is going off there? Let's jump on board with Oil and see if we can get a good idea of where he is.
Just on the exit. I think he's on the inside of the exit. So that's been cleared without safety car, thankfully. As Johnny Stokes has opened that gap to Woomax to a 1.5 seconds, so he'll be cleared from any DRS attack. Scotty is right on the back of Lewis MW as they come round the final corner, but Lewis will have DRS off of Mrs. Carl to defend as Woomax is into the pits. Lewis going up the inside and round Mrs. Carl. Can Scotty get a move in before the corner? Completely lost. Just saw something pop up on Discord and it threw me. So Lewis MW now has a 3-second gap to try and close down to Johnny Stokes out in front. Mrs. Carl still under attack from Scotty, goes wide on the exit of Aqua Minerale. It allows Scotty through before the chicane. Look where the battles are. Frenzy closing up on UK Demon. He's well within the DRS. Can he get the move done? Down the start finish straight, goes to the left hand side and has got the move done. frenzy past UK Demon now, as Vader and Hepburn are trading places on the start finish straight. No, Hepburn's come into the pits, that's why.
Mrs. Carl seems to be losing a little bit of pace now.
19 lap,
6th place.
19 lap old hards. They're not
UK
going to be.
Now, as I was saying, UK Demons on the back of Frenzy for 7th. That is the closest battle we have so far.
Johnny Stokes is starting to close into Lister.
Oh, Mrs. Carr with a 3-second penalty. But as we come to the last 11 laps of this Grand Prix, we have only 15 drivers remaining. Flea, Decky, DNF'd on lap 1 of no fault of their own, caught in the collision. Bobo retired, Cons, I'm not too sure, and Lulu crashed out. That's 5 drivers gone.
So
As Johnny Stokes now, sorry Rob, but he's on the back of Lister.
He's been closing him down for a couple of laps. DXC Vader and Mrs. Carl. No, Mrs. Carl's pitted.
Little screen time there for Moylan, having a very boring and lonely race up at top. But he's been driving ever so good. After his lap 1 incident with Lewis, sure there'll be a few words for them two in the Discord.
So can Johnny get the passed on Lister with the DRS now?
Ooh, Lister with a bit tail happy, so obviously Johnny does have the DRS, so he has the chance to pull away even more. But Lister can only get into his slipstream.
Lister's on 21 lap old medium tyres. Is he trying to push those to go to softs at the end?
Womack is just on the outer edges of the DRS. He does get DRS on Craig. Does he have the straight line speed? He's got no ERS to play with, as Craig has pretty much a full battery.
So Johnny's pulled the gap to Lister now to over 2 seconds. Lister's going to be coming under attack from his teammate.
Craig's slightly closing the door there. Get early, late on the brakes, no. Womack goes brilliantly around the outside. That puts him into the points, into 10th place. Now Craig clearly has a full battery. He keeps forgetting what the L1 button does. Oh, he's run a little bit wide on the chicane. That's cost him. Lister now in the pits. Geezer in the pits.
Lister has gone for the softs, so he's going to try a 9-lap sprint on those softs.
As Geezer goes onto a set of mediums. That could be a wise choice because softs don't last that long in this game. But that's dropped Geezer down to 12th place now. Oh, Hepburn's on the... Oh, Hepburn's got him on the out. So the field now is quite evenly spread. The closest battle we have so far is Womack and Lister. Lister just trying to get some temperature into the tyres. Got to keep Moylan happy, so there's his screen time. Johnny Stokes as well. Lister gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. There's a very late safety car. This will hinder the penalties.
Only a few more laps for us. Oh, no, I'm not saying that because I've seen him deployed with only 2 laps to go.
So Scotty in the Haas in 4th place. The position changes so far. Moylan, Johnny and Lewis, no change from the starting place. Scotty is up 14, Frenzy is up 14, UK Demon is up 4, Speedy is up 7, Lister is down 4, Wilmax is up 7, Craig is up 2, Mrs. Carl is down 4, Hepburn is down 4, Geezer is down 4, Island Boy is up 1, and Rocketman is currently in the pits. Put a set of mediums on and he's down 2 places.
Johnny is starting to close into that lead of Moylan's now. He's brought it down half a second over the last couple of laps. Moylan's.
Mrs. Carl is on the back of Craig here.
Fresh rubber.
These two have been rivals since the first race. Been some excellent racing between these drivers.
Craig defending well there. Can he keep the defence going down the start finish with DRS for Mrs. Carl?
Craig's not deploying ERS. Don't know what Craig's thinking here. Unless he's just letting her go. That is Mrs. Carl in the points in P10.
This is slowly closing in on Speedy in front. Looking at his onboard tyre attempts, I'd say he's putting in quali lap after quali lap here. But Frenzy's past Scotty. He's up into 4th place. So he's trying to fight back. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's Island Boy round again. But he's got it back going.
Oh, Craig has dropped down another place here. Craig, you need to start deploying your ERS. He runs wide. He keeps it from spinning, so that keeps his temperatures down. He drops another place. Geezer gets him on the inside. Kyle, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. That is a real. Lister now is on the back of Speedy. But Speedy's not giving up this. But we've got yellow flags. It is a.
That's Island Boy retiring in the pits.
That's another retiree. We have 14 drivers remaining with 6 laps to go.
Lister is now right on the back of Speedy. Gets the better traction out of the final corner. DRS open. Pulls to the left.
Brilliant move. So we have Frenzy and UK Demon both in the pits. Frenzy is on the softs. UK Demon is on the softs. Mrs. Carl is up to 9th place, but she will be under severe pressure in the up and coming laps. But we've got a spinner.
That's Rocket Man trying to keep out of everyone's way. Manages to get it back going. And yeah, lets everyone through without incident.
So the closest battle we have so far is UK Demon and Craig for 12th place.
I expect UK Demon to be able to get this move done fairly quickly on new softs.
Both on it. Oh, and UK Demon slaps the back of him. Outbreaks himself. Craig will not be happy with that. As Womack's on the back of Speedy. So that's potential wing damage for UK Demon. Doesn't look like it on the angles we have here.
Craig gets it a bit wide coming out in the final corner, which is going to give UK Demon the chance to get through. Speedy's
been disqualified. You're going the wrong way. Oh no, Speedy!
So then number 12.
Now there's 12. So that's pushed Geezer up into 10th place. UK Demon 11th, Vader 12th as UK Demon runs wide. Hepburn is on the back of Mrs. Carl for 8th place. With only 4 laps remaining, Moyland is in a very comfortable lead with a 4-second gap. UK Demon with a 2nd corner cutting penalty.
Penalties could still come into play towards the end of this.
We'll just have a quick look on the penalties. Scotty is on 3, Lister is on 3, Mrs. Carl is on 6, Hepburn's on 3, Geezer is on 3, UK Demon on 6, Craig is on 3. So this could be a massive factor in the last 3 laps remaining.
So out in front, Moyland has a 4.2 second gap. Lewis is starting to eat into the gap to Johnny Stokes. Now he's got that down to 4.3, and then you've got Scotty 11.8 back. Lister's doing about a second a lap into the gap with Scotty, but I don't think he's not got enough laps to close that down.
No. Some more screen time for Moyland. That is it. Johnny Stokes. We've not seen much of him. He's had a very quiet race, but he's just plodding along in P2. Craig with another 3-second corner cutting penalty. Lewis as well, apart from that turn 1 incident with
Moyland.
Well, lap 1 incident, should I say, with Moyland. Had a very good and quiet race. Scotty as well, he's had a brilliant race, currently in 4th. Minding his own, just picking everyone off when he can. But we have a spinner, and that is a Williams. That is an Alpine, sorry. That is an Alpine. Colorblind, you know the business.
There's too much blue. That's Vader coming in.
I'm presuming Craig has gone into the pits to retire. Unless he's changing for softs.
He is putting on a set of softs.
Putting on a set of softs, he's going to try and steal that. And then there was 11. So 9 drivers DNF so far. 1 disqualification, probably of no fault of Speedy's own. That's just the game.
It possibly had a spin, was just trying to turn the car round.
And Mrs. Carl in 9th. The closest battle we have to Hepburn was in P8. Everyone just seems to be plodding along, trying to get these 2 laps remaining left.
Lister's managed to get the gap to Scotty down to 6.5 seconds now. He is making a lot of progress. As UK Demon is out.
Oh, UK Demon has also retired, so if everyone finishes now, you will be in the points. 10 drivers gone, 10 remain, 1 lap remaining.
Lister's
and
picked
we
up.
will be on board with Lister for Moylan, for the final lap. Gives him some screen time.
He's pushed those hard tyres for 30 laps.
And he's kept the pace as well, so that is some brilliant driving and some brilliant pace from the lad.
Lewis MW is...
don't know where's that pace come from, because it was 4 seconds behind him at one stage.
I think the mediums are starting to fall off on his car. As Lewis is trying to get the move up the hill.
But Lewis has found some extra speed here. These tyres have got into their second stage. We'll be on board with Moyland for his final sector for the race.
I'm staying on board with Lewis because he is trying to get down the inside of Connie into the penultimate corner. He is on the inside. He's got past into the final corner. Lewis.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Moyland is your GP2 Imola winner here at Rapid Pixel Racing. Lewis MW does take second place off Johnny Stokes. Johnny is in third place by 1/10 of a second. That is really unlucky, but some great driving.
Scotty picks up 4th. Lister.
Scotty picks up 4th. Wilmax picks up 5th. Frenzy in 6th. Lister 7th. Hepburn crosses the line in 8th. Mrs. Cole crosses the line in 9th. Geezer rounds it off now in 10th. Very interesting start and middle of that race.
Frenzy picks up.
My driver of the day, and I don't care, is Scotty. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. He had a very quiet race.
He was just picking them off ever so well. So there it is, your pole and first place podium goes to DXT Moyland, reigning champion, defending his crown. But is he the reigning champion for GP2?
No, Stokes is the reigning champion for GP2.
So Moyland is there, challenging for that. He wants the GP2 title. So just to confirm everything today, Moyland is your race winner here in Imola, followed by Lewis MW second, Johnny Stokes in third, Scotty H in fourth, Wilmax in fifth, Frenzy in sixth, Lister in seventh, Hepburn eighth, Mrs. Cole in ninth, treat for you there, Mrs. Cole, and Geezer in 10th. Your DNFs are from UK Demon, who retired, Craig, who retired, Rocket Man, who retired, Island Boy, who retired, Lulu, who crashed out, not too sure what happened to Cons, Turbo, I believe, just retired, and Decky and Flea, who got caught up in the mesh on lap 1, then Speedy, well, quite unfortunate from their drivers, from congratulations again to
Yeah, congratulations to the podium boys. That was a busy race to watch. But I've been DXT Rob Sim Racer, and I've been joined once again by DXT James Al. I'm going to take
been a
that
pleasure.
opportunity to call it a night, and we will see you next week for GP1 on Monday, which is commentated by DXT Hobo. GP2 on Friday again, commentated by myself and James, and GP3 on this Sunday, which is
Yep,
again Imola, and that'll be commentated by DXT James out on his Twitch stream.
it
If
will
you
indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, that is us. Make sure you go and like and subscribe DXT Rob Sim Racer on YouTube. But like we said, we have been your hosts. Take it easy and take care. Peace out.
see you later.